Welcome everybody. Get ready, we're gonna start soon. We get Donati playing for the BIGS versus April. And thanks Tavin for the host. The timing's perfect. We're about to start. But yeah, we got first series between MDS and BIGS in the ESOC Premier League number 3. And yeah, it should be pretty good and close series between two really good players. So I'm not gonna make you guys wait any longer, and we're gonna go straight into gameplay. Game number 1 in this playoff fight between Donati and April. And then we will have a British mirror on Punjab, if I'm correct. Let's get into this game number 1. Donati spawning in the left side of the map in the color blue, and April, aka September, on the right side of the map, color red. And gonna be lucky with the spawn and find a nice 100-foot treasure to begin with. Argentina mirror, my bad. If I can find the British flag, that'd be nice. There you go. MDS, Mandarin Duck Squad. But April is gonna scout top of the map with the Grove Rickshaw, looking for yaks, and Donati is doing the same basically. September getting a nice 100-foot treasure. Meanwhile, Donati is gonna pick up a nice 50-coin treasure in the middle of the map. The play is finding some yaks. So that's 2 for Donati, and 2 or maybe more. No, only 2 so far for April. Probably would pick up this one a bit later. 20 XP.
Yes,
Not the greatest treasure, obviously, but it's always nice to get it when you're close to a shipment, so you get your 3 villagers a tiny bit faster. It's always a spare resources that you can get. I'm gonna eat this water buffalo as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Donati working on a 55-foot treasure on the top of the map as well. Let's have a quick look on player's deck. The Cedar player have 9 Cherokees. Donati does not. As for April, he does not either, but he's got 4 videos in Advanced Arsenal compared to what Donati has. Probably missing 600 coin or 700 food. Got CM instead. Quite the signature. I think that should be their home flag. I'm not too sure. Oh, see Drongo with sub. Thank you very much. RTS. Oh, I see. We do gonna Brandon Polvias in the British deck. Maybe. A nice 80 wood. Donati is gonna start it. I'm pretty sure April scouted it by now. Yeah, it just did, but its explorer is super far away, so it shouldn't be really able to deny that in time. There's a 5 population treasure as well. But April is gonna kick up to the Colonial Edge, and so did Donati. So similar start for both players, 2 manas, kicking up with 17 villagers, and April is gonna drop the market really early in that transition, whereas Donati is banking wood so far. So we'll see what he decides to do with that. He's gonna pick up that 80 wood as well. I'm gonna drop an additional mana. Could go for the market as he's got 50 coin in the bank as well, and get hunting dogs with that, but he's gonna send a forward villager. Meanwhile, April dropped a forward manner as well. Not that forward actually, but yes. Yeah, being quite close to the middle map. Can I research Gangster as well? Not a bad tech to get when you're gonna chop so much wood. Donati placing a middle manor on this hunt. Hello. And scouting the top of the map with his explorer, trying to figure out if he missed any important treasure. And it doesn't look like he did, nope, but he's gonna scout this hunt at least. A lot of food being available for both players on the top of the map. So that could be a point of contention later on in the game. But yeah, both players reaching the colonial age. Barracks for both players being dropped down in the middle of the map. And so yeah, it's just gonna be the typical British mirror FB war. With Donati dropping his tower a bit earlier, but April having his explorer in position to do some damage while this outpost is building. Ready. 700 wood for Donati and 700 wood for April as well. Both players are gonna train musketeers, and Donati sieging the tower with villages as well. Not the greatest siege unit, but they do 5 siege times 2 during construction, so could be a thing. We could see early 6 musketeer shipment or 6 longbow shipment for either of these players to follow the 700 wood. 5 muskets popping for both players. April is going to target Donati's explorer, and Donati is just not reacting yet. And yeah, he's going to lose one musketeer and his hero for the price of some HP on the tower. Markets being built by Donati in base. And September, aka April, is going to drop a second barracks as well. So both players doing a pretty similar build, the only difference being the shipment order, I think. Nope, both players are going to send 6 musketeers. This tower is quite close to go down, but April is getting some nice trade on the musketeers. 6 muskets being shipped for both players. Quite a close fight, I must say, but I feel like April got 1 or 2 more musketeers. So Donati shouldn't be able to do much more. And yeah, he's still chopping quite a lot of wood, so he's gonna get a batch of more musketeers, and the second barrack is not paying off just yet. Meanwhile, April got 80 mana pop, finally queuing units with on both these barracks, following up with 6 longbows. And Donati is trying to sink 5 villagers right now, so he's most likely gonna lose this tower. Doesn't look like he's gonna try to defend it really hard. So Donati already got more eco than April. He's on 30 VLs, 120 pop of mana, and sending 5 villagers, but he's under a lot of pressure right now, and he might lose his barracks. 6 longbows are gonna pop from the tower as well, and military being quite in favor of April. 27 to 9 units right now. Donati is gonna get a batch of 5 musketeers. But yeah, April taking down 1 barracks, gonna work on the second one right now, and Donati needs some kind of miracle right now. I feel like he's quite behind in military. He doesn't have a shipment, so he would potentially need 6 longbows and a minuteman call plus a batch from these barracks to save it, but looks like it's not gonna happen. So yeah, both barracks is going down for Donati. Was forced to drop an emergency one under his CC. So he's not gonna be able to catch up in military anytime soon. April being now happy to secure the map and have his forward base as well. Gonna go for a few musketeers raid, trying to annoy Donati and pressure on several fronts at the same time. And gonna kill one villager, so gonna get rewarded with that. One more mana going down. April gaining some XP from killing them. Also idling a bit of Donati's economy. And going for a dangerous move here, walking right under the TC, and that could be one of these situations where Donati is going to call immediately, rescue his explorer, and flank with his musketeers, and he could get a really good trade here. He has to fight before the reinforcing musketeers from April connect. Explorer going down quite fast, so not gonna be the worst trade possible for April, but that could have been way scarier. But not a bad trade at all for Donati, so kind of coming back into this game a little bit. Still a long way to go after this start, but yeah, that's a beginning for sure. Sending 600 wood now. He's still on one barracks, so April is gonna amass much more. And yeah, that's the problem when you don't really have map control and you need hunts as British. Yeah, April is just gonna raid that location really hard, and Donati is being forced to idle a lot of villagers and having his army in this position to defend it. So he's gonna catch some musketeers and get a good trade here. But yeah, more musketeers for April, and now Donati is in big trouble because if he cannot gather from this hunt, then he doesn't have any food at all. He's got some in base, but they're not gonna last forever. And yeah, 5 reinforcing musketeers for Donati, but there's gonna be 10 for April. And we can see April is just getting further and further ahead in score, killing some villagers here and there. It's 44 villagers versus 34. And yeah, it's looking really tough for Donati. Reinforcing advantage for Donati, but he's still quite far behind in the musketeer camp. As you can see, 32 military versus 18, and he's also forced to ship 6 longbows, and at the same time April is going to go for a musketeer combat card. A few musketeers being split on the south, trying to get some intel, see if there's a hunt there that he could potentially poke. But more reinforcements being added by April, not releasing the pressure at all. Being quite aggressive. And yeah, I feel like Donati needs some multitasking raids. He's only getting steel traps at 11 minutes into the game. But yeah, gonna try to get us around on these muskets and get a good trade. He's gonna kill 1 or 2 free. But it looks like April is setting a trap. Let's look at his perspective. No, he's just got units literally everywhere. Trying to make gathering food a nightmare for Donati. And yeah, that's a big army, 45 musketeers total. Donati making good use of these longbows, picking up some musketeers for free, but yeah, he's finally on to rest. He's got steel traps, but he's still far behind in military, and he's forced to pull his wheels again in the fight. Taking a good trade military-wise, but look at that at the same time. April is just everywhere. Gonna kill some villagers, perhaps catch reinforcements. Probably will end up having these musketeers killed, but damage has been done. Like, Donati wasn't gathering anything, and as a result of that, he's got no units in queue, he's not making deals. And yeah, while the army is busy chasing under the TC, he's gonna counter push again on the top with his main army. So yeah, April has both musketeers card. He's on 53 villagers right now, and Donati is on 32. Ezekiel even got worse from what he was 3 minutes ago. And yeah, he's really confined on the corner of the map, whereas April just got manos everywhere. He's got 9 of sight. He's gathering 3 on the map, not being disturbed. And yeah, that looks like April is in a comfortable lead right now. Gonna park some musketeer in the corner of the map just to be sure that the Nazi doesn't try to gather from there. We have fight in the middle. It looks like these armies are equal in number, but April musketeers are much better with the 2 cards. Yeah, Donald is gonna call the GG. So that is 1-0 for September. If you guys want, I can put the nationality of the players on the flags. Donati being Dutch. I think I can find it somewhere. Yep, there is, and April is from South Korea, I think. I don't know if we have that flag. Doesn't look like we do. Okay, so I'll keep it on player save instead. But yeah, a pretty solid game from April, taking an early lead with killing this tower and these 2 barracks. Oh, it looks like players sent me additional recorded games. So we're gonna have game 3 and game 5 for later. I'll quickly add that to folder. So it's game 4 and game 5. Okay, there we go. Can move on into game number 2. Score is currently 1-0 for April, and we're gonna have China versus Sweden. Sweden being one of the civs that we didn't see that much recently, since the major nerf that they received a while ago. And China not being a super played civ either in tournaments, usually. Milo plays them a lot, but yeah, so we'll see what Donati has in mind. April spawning in the bottom of the map, playing as China in the color red, whereas Donati in the color blue, playing as the Swedish. And we're gonna play on ESOC. I believe that's the map. Yep, it is. So April had to pick first since he won game 1. So he went in and blocked China, and then Artie decided to go Sweden for the counter pick. Donati starting with training post and gonna drop one top in base. And September started with one village, pretty standard, and chopping some wood. So we'll see what he decides to do with that. The late trading post, the second village, most likely gonna be a second village as he's already sending northern refugees. He's gonna chop 5 more wood, reach 180, and then drop the second village. It's a nice 60 wood to follow this 100 XP he picked up. Donati is gonna spot a dog. Not sure if he's going for it, doesn't look like it. Gonna be happy to scout around. Sorry, I need to... Much better. I hope the volume is alright for you guys. But yeah, second village being dropped, northern refugees being the cards, is gonna get 3 villagers. And gonna pick up 60 wood as well. So we'll see how players decide to play this one. I feel like China plays could do some kind of semi-FF and play H2, you know, for a while, get this crossbow pike. First, these Chukanu's being really good versus Carolians. And pikes, obviously, to siege some torps and act as an handicap, perhaps siege that trading post to be later into the game. But, yeah, we'll see. In Sweden, could go for, like, a really green go FF, could go for a lot of things as well, early pressure, early leather cannons, fully eco into H2, so a lot of options for Sweden as well. But not much going on so far in each one. It seems like there's a point of contention there around this nice 150 wood treasure. Looks like the Nazi killed one of the pirates and one of the alligator as well. But that's a very nice treasure to pick up China. It's usually pretty easy to take it as well. As you can stand one of the guardians, of course. And yeah, nice 95 wood treasure, plus the 60 wood, and suddenly you almost have a free trading post, and there's a lot of options opening for you. It looks like the Nazis in the chat, so players are done with their series. Obviously, it's a play of 5, so no matter the score, the players have to play 5 games and try to bring their teams as many points as possible. Donati dropping a top a little bit forward in this coal mine, scanning the map. A nice 105 foot treasure under his TC as well. Yeah, drop a second top. And I'm surprised by Donati scouting. Usually you would only scout his side of the map, but here he went and probably felt a bit adventurous and went for over mid map scouting. Really interesting. But yeah, April chopping a lot of wood, almost got 400 wood in the bank. So we could safely say that he plans to do some H2 stuff. Sending 7 step is first. Really interesting. Let's see what he does with that. Dropping a forward War Academy as well. But no forward village just yet. So the steppies will pop from home, and it looks like the Naughty is going for an in-base barracks. And he hedged with 2 wheels and 2 cows as well. So gonna delete that cow under the top so that both these houses can gather it. And he's gonna send the Dominion Squad. Gonna get 4 top wagon with that, and get an additional 10% HP on the top as well. So you can see plus 130 HP overall. So gonna drop 3 of them around his in-base gold mine, and there comes the 7th steppy. So the Nazi is probably gonna lose a villager here. Yeah, this villager is gonna die for sure. Hot Carolines are about to pop though, so I don't think this steppy will get many more villager kills. And yeah, Carolines pretty good with Scab. But some Shurikenu being trained, some pikemen to siege as well, and this army has actually a lot of siege. Steppy Riders have 25, Clank pikemen have 30. So Nazi's gonna follow up his shipment progression with 700 coin. We'll see what he decides to do with that. He's dropping his stable, so it looks like he's gonna make some hussars. But yeah, he's gonna lose 2 tops, and will be forced to gather in base for the time being. Gonna get an extra batch of 5 Carolians. I don't think it's a bad Sweden map. Actually, there are a lot of coal mines in the middle of the map and a bit on the sides as well. But yeah, you need some map control to get there. And yeah, I mean, in April being quite smart, scouting the side's gold mine to see if there are any tops on it, dropping a consulate on that further one, and scouting this one as well, so he knows that Donati doesn't have any tops out on the map. But yeah, China is slowly massing units. Oh, sorry. So he followed up the steppy shipment with 9 Queen pikemen, and is gonna try to siege these tops while having these crossbows poking on the Carolians. But has to be really careful because the Nazi is mixing hussars. Only gonna get a batch of 2, unfortunately. But yeah, it looks like September is trying to sneak an age up behind that, or maybe he's gonna make some more steppy riders and Keshiks. We'll have to see what he does. 16 Carolians in the field. Just turn on the UI, completely forgot. Yeah, 36 units for China overall, and 24 Sweden. Some other additional tolps going down, so that's 4 in total being sieged by the Chinese army. And we can see April is banking a lot of resources right now. He's close to 1k coin. Is he gonna deny this top? Yes, he will. Oh, that's massive. That's 100 wood waste basically for Sweden. As he won't get refunded much on this one. But 2 leather cannons being shipped for Sweden. It felt like he was under a lot of pressure and then had to send this shipment. And it looks like April will get another VL kill. And if he paid attention, he's gonna spot the leather cannons as well, so he knows that Sweden has no intention of aging just yet. This villager is not gonna go down, gonna be saved by the hussars. And meanwhile, April is gonna click to the fortress age anytime soon. Sending 8 Shurikenu's as well. Interesting choice. We'll see if he decides to cancel it. Because this shipment is gonna make him pop quite a bit. He won't be able to gather to train any villager. I don't think he's building a village anywhere. No, he's not. So he's gonna cancel the bows and then Q avail and then resend the bows, which makes a lot of sense. British Consulate as well. I'm gonna interrupt the Fusion Academy, gifting him 8 skirmishers upon age up, 8 arquebusiers, and it looks like the Nazi is going for a push. Gonna kill the Disciple there. That's good scouting information for April. Again, same trick, gonna cancel the Chokanus, reveal, and send the Chokanus again. But he has to gather a lot of food, and yeah, gonna drop this village in the back of space. Donati with the top player Dragbox. Finally scouting September forward base there, and gonna choose to siege the village. Donati follow these 2 leather cannons with 600 wood, and finally grabbing some map control, gonna reveal the stops that he lost earlier. And September is gonna reach the fortress age, but oh, his skirms are in trouble there. Probably forgot about his rally points, so he's gonna lose all of them, trying to trade them for a few Carolians at least. Meanwhile, 2 Steppy Riders raid the left side of the map. More Steppies, and it looks like this villager is gonna go down for the price of half a step, maybe 2. Donati is gonna siege this consulate. Probably happy about the trade he took so far. Got this village down, and caught the skirmishers from the Age of Wonder for free. Gonna get the consulate down without September being able to get any recruits. So his army is still mostly crossbow pike, but that's a lot of cav, and Donati is not protecting these leather cannons, so they're gonna go down super fast to the Chinese cav. Looking quite tough for Donati once again. Oh, one of the leather cannons is still alive, but the pikes connecting on top of the cavalry gonna make quick work of these assaults. Carolians shooting a lot of bullets on these pikes at the same time, so couldn't even trade save. Probably even a bit better for Donati as the score is reflecting right now. Donati sent 600 coin, and he's looking like he's gathering for an age of right now. Sold some food as well. Gonna pick up this nice 150 wood, and suddenly he's got the wood he needs for an upgrade Ali Fortress, probably veteran Carolians. But it looks like April wasn't really able just yet to make the most of his age up. Still looking for a fight over there. Let's have a look on his army count. He sent 10 arquebusiers now. He's making some China cav. Donati is just poking at the moment, but September got the better composition, so he can poke with arquebusiers and Chokanus. That leather cannon, 3 to low HP, is gonna get sniped. And Donati is gonna reach the fortress stage, but has to move his eco away, and yeah, that's gonna be another dead villager. A 2 meteor raid coming in on the left side of the map as well. Donati should be able to spot that with the training post line of sight. And 2 falconets being shipped for Donati now. Nice positioning of his assaults, and oh, his meteors are stuck. Look at this Comanche villager just minding his own business. But yeah, September gonna siege some tops, while Donati is getting veteran Carolians and his 2 cannon shipment. So he's gonna go down to 100 pop of tops, which is not the greatest, obviously. But still a pretty decent eco, and carrying Hussars is composition, and there are 2 Falconets now. Veteran Carlines are gonna be on the field anytime soon now as well. Has to be really careful about these cannons, as they are really good versus what April has, but it looks like there's a meteor flank, and only 3 of these guys can kill the cannon super fast, and 1 is gonna go down. Already, all the Hussars melted to the Chinese spikes, and suddenly looking quite good for China. He's gonna focus these cannons, so these cannons are doing a lot of damage to the front infantry line for the Chinese player, but eventually, I don't know who comes out ahead. It looked to be quite an even trade. Basically, the Nazi trading all these Hussars for all the anti-cav, plus the cav of the Chinese player, but the unit composition is just much better for China now because it's skirmishers versus musketeers, so. Can I send 9 Caroleans now? And gonna keep training Hussars. I don't think he's got veterancy research just yet. And these Caroleans don't have any upgrades either. Let's have a quick look on April's POV. So he sent 10 arquebuses, but that was like solid 2 minutes ago, and now he's gonna follow up with Chengdao's as he realized that he needs anti-cav. 9 great coats on the field, so probably sent intervention as well. Unfortunately, we can't see it in the UI, but yeah, intervention has been shipped. But yeah, China on 40 villages now, gonna build that market. Did he never build a market before? Again, rebuild this consulate as well. Probably gonna get an extra batch of redcoats. Yep. He could go for the petards as well. That makes sense, and try to petard some tops, but redcoats are just safer overall. And now there's a flying pro. Gonna be really hard for Sweden to deal with that. You think AOE3 graphics are better than AOE4? I don't know, I mean, I'm running the game on medium, but it already looks quite good. Redcoats are going for a raid, looks like. More Hussars and veteran Hussars being tagged for the Nazi. But yeah, losing more tops on the front line, and now he's popped, and can I donate some free Caroleans? Looks like there are 7 Hussars, and Caroleans are gonna charge into the battle. Caroleans on the anti-cav, and the Hussars picking some Chengdaos on the side, so this is pretty good positioning for the Nazi, but unfortunately the skirms in the back being just untouched, so all the Caroleans are gonna die. And that was an insane trade for China, and as a result of that, we can see the score. China pulling quite ahead now. And this redcoats raid is going to be so good, because the entire economy for the Sweden player is there. Double stable Hussars, but yeah, it's not gonna work out. 32 villages, 90 pop tops. He don't know how he doesn't really have the eco to get these insane batches for Sweden, and yeah, gonna call the GG, and that's 2-0 for April now. Have a look on the post-game stats. All resources gathered, the Nazi being quite far ahead, even though China is kind of catching up at the end. Probably due to April not having a market for so long, that he wasn't on any market upgrades for a while. Military unit population, that was quite a good fight for Donati just after China aged, but then reaching the fortress age, getting these 2 cannons and taking a pretty bad trade overall. losing all his facades that were still H2. And yeah, China composition just being better in the long run with redcoats, Qingdaos, and skirmishers versus Karelians and hussars. So yeah, 2-0 for April in display of 5 between Donati representing the BIGS and April playing for MDS, aka Mandarin Duck Squad. So we're gonna move on into game number 3. April went first in the previous game, locking China first, and Donati went for the counter pick with Portuguese. And we're gonna have Portuguese versus Japan on Manchuria. Okay, so Donati's pulling the main squeeze now. I'm gonna update the flanks. Portuguese versus Japan. There we go. I don't know how strong Sweden is nowadays after the nerf. I guess they are way worse than what they used to be, but they were also the best team in the game at some point, so probably justified nerfed. Anyway, game 3, Donati playing as Portugal versus April playing as Japan. A really good map for both of these teams. Obviously, Port's been really happy about having a water map. And this map is also really good for Japan. You have a lot of hunts on the side that you can try. You can send 3 boats, you can pick up some yaks as well. So it opens up a lot of possibilities on your build order. AGC TV with the sub, thank you very much. 6 months for the big boy. I hope you're doing well. But yeah, April doing a really good job at scouting the X, and he's got 6 so far, which is a really good amount on this map. Doing some really nice scouting. It's a minute 15, and he basically scouted the entire map. Gonna spot some wood treasures as well. There's 80 wood over there, 40 wood over here. Meanwhile, Donati being more limited, as he only has 1 explorer. Don is playing like the patch never happened. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Gonna go for the 10-10. But unfortunately, I don't think he found any yaks, so his 10-10 is gonna be much slower than it used to be, and hopefully he got just enough food to each job, but it's gonna be really close. Never mind, he's gonna find 50 food just in case. I don't know if he's got a crack shot ready, maybe he doesn't. That's a bit unfortunate. Schooners is gonna be the first shipment. Yeah, that walking time, definitely not optimal. And meanwhile, September is going for Heavenly Kami. Yeah. And he's got a warrior deck as well, and 2 tunes, advanced warships, improved warships, sorry, advanced docks, 2 Atekebune as well. Nice home city. Yeah, it looks really nice with the snow, right? Really like the design as well. And yeah, Donati's got a pretty heavy warrior deck. As usual, the support as well. But yeah, gonna drop that dock. Really safe dock, I must say. But it looks like he's sending a second, the same villager, sorry, a bit further forward, trying to perhaps build a second dock later on, or maybe he's gonna ward his choke, maybe both. But yeah, Donati's gonna be water booming. And we'll see what April decides to do. Toshoku Shrine, DH Poly's Consulate, heavy needed Kami, so looks like he's gonna play really greedy as well. The game on Alaska that went crazy. I think that was Mido doing that versus Knut, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Japan is gonna age quite slow, only one villager. Oh, never mind, Tobias no wonder. Should have a pretty competitive age of time, and Donati is gonna reach the second age at around 350, I believe, which is quite slow for a 1010. Usually you wanna hit H2 around 330 and get at 700 with ASAP. But yeah, second dog being added. First already produced 3 fishing boats, gonna queue some more. Is it gonna be a third dog? Not sure, maybe it's just for herding purposes. Scouting the shore, making sure that Japan doesn't have a sneaky dot already. Meanwhile, April, shrining the map, getting a nice 75 foot trader as well, picking up a yak. Just doing Japan things, minding his own business. $600 coin first. Interesting. Are we gonna see fast vultures from the Japanese player? Fast vultures, no markets. Gonna set up the shrines on food. And gonna be happy to stay on 80 pop-up shrine. You could drop one more if he decides to. There's also this nice with treasure that you could get. So yeah, looks like April is just gonna go for a fast fortress. Perhaps gonna be 600 coin twice, but if you do that, you kind of want to mark it. Or maybe it's gonna be 600 coin, 600 wood, or 2 fumes next. We'll see what he decides to do. Meanwhile, Donati is dropping a third dock, chilling on water, just doing Donati things, just doing post things. Queuing fishing boats. Doesn't have gill nets just yet, but probably gonna queue it soon. Researching gangster, researching gill nets now. Training boats, sending rendering plans, going really greedy here. Gonna scout some shrines on the side as well. April stacking resources for the Fortress Age. Gonna send 600 coin again. So we should be able to click up to the Fortress Age anytime soon. The Naughty is still going really greedy, still making fishing boats, so it doesn't look like he's gonna go for that Fortress Age just yet. He didn't go for a trading post during his build order, so his shipping progression is quite slower than it used to be. April, gonna do some scouting. First to the shore, you're gonna see this 42nd TC. Economic theory for the Portuguese player. Yeah, Donati is going as greedy as it's possible, sending basically only economic shipments. April, on the way to the Fortress Age, should be able to age around the 8-minute mark. Going for slightly forward barracks as well, gonna train some Ishigarus. I keep making shrines here and there as well. Does he have a market? It doesn't have a market just yet, but he's got pretty solid wood income due to Heavenly Kami and his shrines. He's going for the Besterios. Which is questionable, in my opinion. If you wait a bit longer, you can get the Caravel with the pitouts that can be really good in these kind of games. You know, you just like pop Caravel there and drop your pitouts on the shore, kill a dog, get some sea control like that. But no, gonna go for Besterios, 2 Flaming Arrows. And yeah, Portuguese being quite ahead in eco now. 58 villages, 60 villages now, and clicking up to the fortress age now. So gonna reach fortress way later than Japan, but with a lot of economy behind it, so we'll see what he does with that. Escaping some villages, perhaps preparing on losing this town center. Gonna drop an emergency barracks under his TC as well. Minutemen being called. They will go down to the Japanese infantry and the flaming arrows as well. April is gonna follow up with 2 more flaming arrows. Looking to put some pressure on, training more Ashigarus as well. He's training from the Rax, he's training some from his Daimyo as well. And 4 flaming arrows is no joke. They have a... Suddenly you have a lot of siege. So this town center is going down. And now the docks are going to be targeted for September. And Donati is going to go for the frigate. He's going to ship 1 and train 1 from this back dock. One dock is going to go down. Second dock will probably go down as well. September is getting a lot of experience points due to killing all these buildings as well, so he's gonna get a shipment ready. I'm gonna go forward to Atekebune. Flaming arrows on the shore. Could shoot on these fishing boats, but no, it looks like he's just going for the next dock. That makes sense. Frigates. It's gonna pop, but flaming arrows do a lot of damage to them, so he has to be careful. 2 flaming arrows are gonna go down, but can he get the shot on this frigate? No, he can't. So this frigate should be able to kill this flaming arrow, and maybe the other one as well. And ooh, that's really close. Oh, nice dodge from the flaming arrow, and then now the infantry is shooting at the frigate, but the frigate has a lot of range resist, so. But there are the 2 Atekebune for Japan now, and even though these guys don't do a lot of damage, both of these frigates are really low HP. So the Nazi has to be really careful there. These boats also have really low range. On land though, some Cassadors being trained. Don Hauti have both these frigates stacked up, I think. But a lot of hussars being trained. April is gonna put some Ashid in melee. No, not just yet. They're gonna stand in shooting mode. Now going into melee finally. The disciplined Ashigaru should make quick work on these hussars, but good micro from Donati pulling them back, and Cassador's doing some damage at the same time. So April is gonna go back for the time being. He's got a dock as well on the shore now, but he's gonna lose all his land army, and doesn't really have a TC or even a castle, you know, just to back up these boats. So it's looking quite good for Portuguese now. Yeah, losing 4 flaming arrows was a big loss for sure, and now it looks like Japan is gonna lose control on this water. Perhaps he would have been better off trying to push the land now that he did the damage on water, you know, killing these 2 dogs, shipping 2 boats. He could kill a lot of fishing boats, force the frigates, and meanwhile just destroy everything on land. But yeah, sending improved warships. I hope he's gonna cancel it. No, he doesn't. So he's got improved warships, but no warships on the field, and it looks like a massive waste of a shipment. He's gonna get some villager kills, but look at the score. This is ridiculous. The Nazi on 70 villagers, now sending upgrades. Happy to train Cassados and Hussars. And Mamelukes being shipped as well now, and yeah, this is where ports really shine with their massive eco lead. The Nazi taking it slow, waiting for the Mamelukes, just sieging some shrines at the same time. And September is trying to transition to Yumi Yabusame, but yeah, the scores are looking really rough now. Getting a nice raid with these attributes at the same time. Still trying to deny ports any map on the land. But yeah, done secure the water. He's got 3 frigates now on the shore, so doesn't look like he's gonna be in trouble on water at all. And yeah, now just stacking upgrades, Calf Combat. I think he cancelled it. No, yeah, he cancelled Calf Combats and Mamelukes instead, getting cavalry harass to buff these Hussars and Mamelukes. Got counter infantry rifling on the Cassados as well. More Ashes trying to raid. Yeah, veteran Hussars being tagged, Dragoon combat as well. And suddenly these Hussars are going to be insane with all these upgrades. September being forced to ship 2 Cherry Orchards as well. It's always killing your tempo when you have to do that, but yeah, if you don't just have no crew, then the race paddy transition is just not affordable in the game just yet. But yeah, imagine if April was able to get that Caravel and Pit-out instead of the crossbow, and you know, get to pop there and kill the duck before the frigate pop, and you know, suddenly the Nazi wouldn't have that many units on. I mean, that many frigates on the sea, and could have been a different game, but well, when in doubt, make Yumis with Japan, can't go wrong. Although these Cassados are the mass is actually ridiculous. He's got 50 Cassados, not mixing some hubs as well. And any even trade is just good for ports at this point. Seeing how insane their eco is. You could just go in with this cap, to be fair. Mamelukes are just not gonna die to Yabusame. Yeah, that could be the game deciding fight here. Yeah, the positioning is great for the Nazi as well. And yeah, probably just gonna call the GG. But yeah, it was looking like April had some momentum in the water with the double flaming arrow shipments, but Yeah, losing these flaming arrows to the 2 frigates just killed so much of his momentum, and he wasn't even able to kill the Cassadors anymore because of that. And yeah, so score is currently 2-1 for April, and we'll have a look on post-game stats. I just want to see Portuguese village line because it's always funny. You start with 12 when you age up, and then 5 minutes later you have like 5 times more. 60 villages is not bad at all. And yeah, Pulse was just able to get so many units out with this insane eco, and it was looking really tough for Japan at this point. So 2-1, and I believe it is April time to pick first. So we're moving into this game number 4 between Donati playing for BIGS and April playing for MDS. We're gonna have Donati playing as India versus April playing as British on the bottom of the map. I'm gonna quickly adjust the overlay. India, British. There we go. Let's stay on April's perspective for a while. Sending his explorer on the left side of the map, trying to grab as many llamas as possible before Donati gets them. Going for a double mana start as well. Doesn't look like April is a big fan of market start. We'll be able to steal this llama as well from Donati. I think this matchup is quite even on this map. Breach doesn't have access to that much food. I noticed that April likes to eat these llamas quite early in the game. Might be a reason why. So look on the Donati's perspective. Working on a nice 80 con treasure in the middle of the map. I think he picked up quite a few llamas as well. Only 3 of them though. I think April got 3 as well. So there should be 2 left somewhere. Yeah, there's one here and the other one in the corner. Makes sense. But yeah, India's just doing Indian things, being happy about getting more llamas than his opponents. Top that house, so no 10-10 type of bit older. There's a wolf that he could pick up. Not the most valuable treasure, of course, but could still be useful to pick up a bigger one later on.
Hello.
Looks like he's sending a cold villager as well.
Yes.
Meanwhile, April going to the colonial age. Age with 17 villagers, which is the fastest you can do. Oh, could get a nice 80 wood as well. Gonna be uncontested. Oh, it's good for British if you can get that, and he's gonna spot another hound on the side as well. So he should have food for a while, that's for sure. I'm gonna drop an additional manor. Getting some line of sight there. Researching ESO. Meanwhile, Donat is going for a forward dagger fort in the middle of the map. Typical map control. Can I also get 100 XP? Should make his build order quite a bit smoother early H2. There's also 80 coin there that you could pick up. 3 stray llamas, which is definitely a good treasure for India. Gaining additional XP. But going for the market, so not going for any kind of consulate rush. Could still go for early aggression with perhaps a 5 sepoy shipment, but we'll see what he decides to do. Looks like he's happy getting market upgrades now. September, April is gonna reach the colonial age, gonna drop that barracks, building it with 1 villager, and let's see where he drops that outpost actually. Looks like it's going to cover this gold mine, or maybe it's just a rally point mistake. No, it's not. It's just gonna go really forward with that. Spotting in the aggro pot. But this tower should get a lot of line of sight on what's going on. Perhaps even catch some batches being trained from from the aggro faults. Let's have a look on April's deck. Really standard. Not many H4 things that we could perhaps see later on. Gonna train some musketeers. 60 mana pop. I believe he's already got hunting dogs as well. Researching steel traps now, so just setting up easy co. Not being overly greedy, but still having a really good start. Donati going with the wood trickle first. Being researching all the tier 1 market upgrades as well, so being really greedy. Tuning some sepoys, working on this big treasure. 120 wood. Sorry, you got his second colonial age shipment as well already. So he could send like 300 export and drop a consulate, but no, it looks like he's gonna send 5 sepoys. Interesting. So going for some really greedy build with all the market upgrades in the wood trickle, but still using that all the XP that he got from the llamas and the treasure to try to sneak a sepoy shipment there and get some damage done on the British player.
Ready.
April training a lot of musketeers, being consistently training 5-5-5. And he's gonna spot the part of the sepoys that are probably incoming.
Yes.
15 musketeers versus 15 sepoys. Donati already received these 5 sepoy shipments, so he sent a military shipment, but it doesn't look like he's doing much with them. So he's gonna make some Gurkhas as well. Try to go around with the sepoys. September is still training musketeers. He didn't need any longbows, and now he's gonna cancel it that he see the Gurkhas, which is a really good decision in my opinion. Not sure if he's able to save that tower because he doesn't have the longbows just yet, but he's got a solid mass of musketeers, so could also shoot the Gurkhas with the tower and the explorer and get some damage done. Yeah, I feel like as soon as April get 5 longbows in the field, he's totally alright, and then he could remacron coin and age up with that. Longbows there.
Yes.
Gonna put some villagers on the crates as well. And use that longbow range to pick up a sepoy. Donati still training Gurkhas. Second batch of 5. Yeah, he sent 300 export, but there's no consulate in the field just yet. So won't be able to make use of that shipment just yet, but eventually. Yeah, I think he just dropped one somewhere. But longbow's being trained for September, and we can already see that on the score, looking quite alright for British. He's gonna lose his outpost, but he's taking a pretty good trade for it, so. And it's buying a lot of time as well. And now gonna click up to the Fortress Age. It's a little bit short of coin, but not gonna slow his age up that much. He's got 20 musketeers and 17. And keep making some longbows as well. And that's the position where you want to be in as Rick, right? Going safely to the Fortress Age with a decent boom behind that, so you have 40 views and still food available to train more units and get your veterancy before you can push out. So I'd say this is looking pretty good for British so far. Consulate going up for Donati. Sending 700 coin as well. He's going with British Alliance. The cancelling and going auto now. British Explorer probably gonna go down. Yeah, he will. 700 coin about to hit the floor for India as well. So it looks like Donati is trying to follow up to the Fortress Age. But he's gonna be significantly slower than British. So we'll see how that goes. Like that, April is sending 6 musketeers in transition and probably will cancel them if he doesn't need them, but it's always safe to send that just in case, you know, your opponent tries to go for a timing with a lot of Sawas and probably Ottoman Hussars as well. Yeah, cancelling the 6 musketeers. Gonna reach the Fortress Age really soon, and Naughty is finally clicking up, sieging with the Terminal Gate. And yeah, he's not gonna be that far forward. Gonna try to get some scouting done with these Gurkhas and perhaps poke a bit. See what Brits is up to, but yeah, British sending two cannons. Upgrading his musketeers, upgrading his longbows, which is exactly what you want. His macro is really good as well. And he's gonna now, you know, slowly secure some resources on the map. There's this hunt, of course, there's another one here. And the Naut is trying to go for a raid, but decent manner placement is gonna spot these incoming Hussars. The Nazi will still get a lot of idle times on all these villages, but not gonna lose any. And yeah, to Falconets joining the field now, and it's gonna be go time for British. The Nazi is gonna reach the Fortress Age anytime soon, and probably stacking some food to send Siege Elephant ASAP. A barracks being built in the back as well. So yeah, the Nazi's got really good macro as well. He's got enough food to send Siege Elephant. He's got enough resources to take his Gurkhas or his Sepoys. And yeah, that's kind of what you want. But we'll see. Maybe he's gonna give up these aggro forts. Can get some bucking done with the Gurkhas as well. Gonna kill some musketeers for free. The aggro fort is gonna go down. So that's gonna be 320 XP for British, so he's gonna get a second shipment as well. September is gonna drop a wall. 7 Falk. With this 1k coin. We'll see how he decides to spend it. It could... Nah, never mind. Thought he would try to go industrial with that, but... I feel like that would be quite risky. But that's the kind of thing Mido would do.
Ready.
It doesn't have any other military building, so still on quick barracks is. And sending 1k coin, yeah, probably gonna be industrial actually. And that would explain why he's walling and trying to make the most of his longbows. He knows he's safe with food so far. He's secured 2 extra hunts now. But yeah, I really like this industrial play. I just think it might be slightly too slow in this scenario. Gonna lose a few villages on the sides. But not at the same time. Researching the Mensa Bar Gurkha, getting the Mensa Bar Sepoy as well. Got his siege elephants. And going Gurkha combat. I mean, British East India Company buffing both his Sepoys and Gurkhas. 45 years for India. This eco is no joke with the wood trickle as well. But yeah, British clicking up to the industrial age. So it's really about British reaching that the access to the rockets without taking much damage. This looks like an even game. Danhati got a lot of momentum right now, but he just doesn't know about it. He's doing a good thing raiding on the side though. Picking up a few villages, denying this wall as well for the time being. Because British really needs to secure that hunt. It's gonna be his next one. And September is gonna try to snipe these siege elephants with the longbows, but the Gurkhas are there to cover, and the Gurkhas with the Mensa Bar and the British East India Company and potentially British Consulate as well, they trade really well versus his longbows actually, so yeah. And British Consulate is Mensa Bar Sepoy, not joining the battle just yet. Still some raiding being done with Donati. I feel like he's being a tiny bit too passive. Obviously, he doesn't really know what April is up to, but if you don't punish this industrial play, then it's going to be really tough to kill not heavy cannon, sorry, rockets. He's gonna get a lot of free kills there and going a bit more aggressive, which is the right play. Gonna snipe one of the falconets and lose some HP, but April is industrial now, 4 cannons. April is trying to target the siege elephant. He's gonna kill one of them, but one of the cannons is going down as well. Mahout is gonna be targeted on them. Second siege elephant getting a long range shot on this cannon, but still gonna remain alive, and this is a great trade for India overall. His Gurkhas are doing a lot of work, but now there comes 3 rockets, and India has to kind of go back there. He can't stay under this fire forever. He's killing a lot of vehicles, sure, but he needs to find a way to deal with the rockets, and one of the ways to drop castle and make a lot of siege elephants, but yeah, gonna lose his second siege elephant, gonna kill one of the falconet. 40. Wow, actually I didn't notice that, but September lost half of his eco there. He's down to 23 villagers, and never mind, this is looking actually extremely good for India.
Yes.
How did that happen? I knew he lost a lot of veal in this fight because he used them to tank, but I didn't think he lost like 30 of them. Oh wow, so April has to make something happen now. His Donati is dropping that second thesis on 54 villages now. And he's dropping a castle, but you know you can't drop a castle that forward. It's gonna be the first target of April there. And if you build it here, like in the back, then you would get your siege elephants. So yeah, this castle is gonna go down for sure. There's no way he gets siege elephants out of that. And so now he has to rebuild another one somewhere. So it looks like Donati is trying to go for a fight. He's got 2 Mahouts. But is it gonna be enough though? The Musketeers are already melee, but rockets do a lot of damage to the infantry meanwhile, and one of the rockets is going down, I think. No, not quite. But the sepoys are in melee on top of them, and yeah, the rockets are gonna get cleaned up. There's only one left, and it's low HP. Yeah, now looking really good for India. He gets the cleanup that he needed, and now he's poking on the villagers on the left, getting some more kills, and now April is down to 21 villager, and this is just over. Damn. Really well handled from Donati. It was looking quite good for September at some point. They're killing the Agra. And then taking a decision to go industrial, but yeah, just taking way too much damage. And yeah, half his infantry was dead when he received his 3 rockets, and then he didn't have enough just to protect them, so. So yeah, score is now back to 2-2. Down to 0, Donati is back into the series, bringing at least 2 points to the BIGS, and April is bringing 2 to MDS, so yeah, really close series. So let's see who will bring that home and get that really important extra point for his team. Is it gonna be Donati for the BIGS or April for MDS? Gonna see that for game number 5. And there we have April, aka September, playing as the Spanish in the color red, and Donati playing as the British in the color blue. Score is currently 2-2, and the map will be Mendocino, and I don't remember the name on DE. But yeah, we'll call that Mendocino, I guess. But yeah, British versus Spain on this map is definitely gonna be interesting. Still feel like it's a good matchup for Brits, but yeah, Spain is pretty good on this type of map, so we'll see how that goes. Did Donati pick first? I'm not so sure. Because game number 2, April picked first, so game number 3 Don, game number 4 April, and then game number 5 should be Don picking first. So yeah, Don picked British, and September went for Spain as the comp pick. Not too sure about that. I hope he's got a really good plan. This is a really tough matchup. Spain Logistician with 4 ATP. Yeah, maybe. Let's have a look on his deck. No Logistician. It's gonna be a standard Spanish deck. He's gonna pick up a nice 100 foot though. Shouldn't slow his age up too much now that he went for the market and hunting dogs. Yeah, Russia is quite decent versus Brits. September finding really nice treasure so far. 100 foot, now gonna work on this nice 90 foot treasure. Meanwhile, Donati is working on a tomahawk on the top of the map. Not sure what Donati picked before because he didn't scout much of the map, so he must have been working on a treasure over here. But yeah, September is going to be really happy about his H1, 190 foot total. So he's not slowing down his age up at all with this market, and actually he's going to get an idleless 15 villager age up. It's going to age with the governor, which is the outpost wagon and 200 coin. Doesn't look like he's gonna go administrating post as he doesn't even have the card in deck. But yeah, we'll see. Scouting around the British base. Probably gonna turn back and go grab a training post. Meanwhile, the Nazi's gonna pick up a native scout. He picked up the Tomahawk as well. Probably trying to deny the Spanish TP, but this dog plus the hero are just gonna destroy that Tomahawk.
Yes. Commandment.
Main squeeze being the hero name of the Naughty's Explorer. Training post being built by the Spanish player. And it doesn't look like the Nazi went for Virginia Company at all. It looks like Spain is gathering a lot of wood. I'll see what he does with that. Is it gonna be a second training post? Is it gonna be an early military building? We'll have to see. He's not training dogs here. Forward villager. And it's gonna be forward barracks. Interesting. Meanwhile, Donati is going for the FV war forward manor. 2 villager on the barracks. Gonna spot the Spanish barracks as well, so he knows exactly what's going on, and this is the kind of situation you want to be in as Braids for sure. Hot PPL match, hot French caster and Harold. Yeah, I guess. But yeah, British is gonna try some musketeers. September didn't drop his outpost wagon just yet, so let's be really careful about that. Training crossbows, sending 8 pikes, but these 8 pikes are gonna be late to the party. But yeah, double military shipping for April, going, I mean, quite all in, I'd say. Okay, cancel the 7 rods now, and probably will try to finish this batch of crossbow. The Nazi popped 5 musketeers, but didn't try to siege the tower this time, so he went for a different approach than what he did in the brick mirror. And probably a better play overall. Sending 700 coin now. Interesting second shipment. So yeah, he's happy to just train some musketeers, get these coin crates, probably gonna get market upgrades with that, dropping a stable, mixing some hussars. Yeah, crossbow pike is the play for September. He's gonna send 7 Rodella arrows as well. Ooh, 7 rods popping. Done now, just to be careful because there are a lot of melee units, although they're not very good versus musketeers, but in number with the dogs and some crossbow DPS as well. Could do a lot of damage there. More crossbow popping. The rods are going to be sending to snare. The pikes are going to be left behind to siege the tower, but musketeers popping for Donati, and I feel like this trade is pretty good for British so far. Rods in common mode, pikes in common mode as well. And 6 musketeers being shipped from the tower. Really nice explorer snare from April. Gonna save these crossbows from being chased down by the musketeers, but yeah, these pikes are slowly but surely going to die. He's getting some value done killing some musketeers, but this is the kind of trade you want as British, right? And yeah, more crossbows being added. But look at that, all the pikes are dead, and there comes 5 hussars from Donati. And there's no anti-cap for the Spanish player, and all these crossbows are gonna die to the hussars. Well, crossbows being trained, but they will probably get spotted by the tower of the outpost of the Nazi and gonna get picked up instantly by these hussars. And now Spain follow up his early pressure with 700 wood and now 700 coins, so he doesn't have any military shipment left. And he's on 21 villager trying to build a second barracks, but he's just gonna lead his crossbows trying to retreat to that second barracks, and the Nazi of this scav just gonna spot that immediately, so he knows exactly what's coming. Some pikemen being trained, but it's gonna be a batch of only one pikeman. Minutemen being called. Gonna try to push these hussars away. This outpost is slowing going down, getting a lot of value on the musketeers though. An RT sending 600 wood. Happy to make some manners. Gonna follow up with 5 EOS, so going more eco heavy. He knows that he won the FV war early colonial and that he's not in any trouble in any rush to finish this game. And yeah, gonna catch the pikes as well with these hussars. Really nice micro dents there. Trying to snare the pikes to kill them with musketeers while not really taking damage with the hussars. A really good micro from April as well. Trying to get as much value as possible. And yeah, scores are looking really tough for April now. The Nahati has to be careful because he could get trapped there. There's 3 military buildings on the field for Spain. There's gonna be a batch of 10 musketeers, but yeah, has to be really careful. Reinforcements for April though. For Donati, sorry. But yeah, another decent trade for British. And yeah, looking really tough. April is going to be out of food soon, so he has to secure some hunts on the map. And the next hunt is basically in the middle of the map. Or hussars being trained by Donati. Some good catches from April there. But yeah, Donati really in control now. Won the FP war. He's got some cav on the field, so you could get some raiding done. April is in big trouble. He's on 40 pop. And look at this eco difference: 40 beers to, sorry, I forgot to put the UI on. 40 beers to 25, and that's where Brits really starts to get ahead in this matchup. Some hussars patrolling as well for Donati. So he's gonna have some clue about September's hunt situation now. And if you look at the mini map, April is just gathering there now. But yeah, Donati is shipping 6 longbows now, looking for another push. And yeah, April is mixing crossbows, but longbows are much better. And really nice raid at the same time from Donati. See, he's got more units, he's raiding, he's got more eco. It's just looking really, really good for him. And April is gonna call the GG. Damn. The reverse sweep from Donati down to 0 and taking the Series 3 too. Really impressive stuff. And solid mental from the Dutch player. Yeah, GG.